Hello there, welcome to Pollstream. Once again, it's the Nigeria 2015 social media program that looks at all the things that goes on the social media, on our website, the pictures you sending, and all that. I'm Victor Matthias.
And I'm Amy Thompson, that's right. It's all about the elections. I mean, in less than 24 hours, we're going to the polls again. And expectations are very high now.
Absolutely.
Because we've done it before,
Yeah.
and we expect to do it again. So
That's right.
we're getting feelers from everyone. Victor, today we celebrate. I mean, it started yesterday.
Yeah.
UK launch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, on channel
So,
575. And we have some pictures. It's not just word of mouth. We also have pictures of people who are watching the station
Exactly.
in the UK. And they have sent us pictures, so that's just a little bit of what you're going to get
And
on this segment of Pollstream.
And also, if you're still watching now and you haven't sent your picture, please do. Would be glad to share those pictures with the world, of course.
Well, not just your pictures. You can send us tweets, send us mail, send us a message on Facebook. We're here to collate all of them. All right, we'll start with Facebook messages that you have sent. And the first one is from Stephen Zion. He says, we want to change the changes. We want a fair government. That's, of course, talking about the governorship and the State House of Assembly elections slated for tomorrow.
Well, the next one is coming from Vitus Abuchi, and it says, African leaders don't have what it takes to make a change. I think that's
I beg
quite
to disagree with that.
absolutely, because
Nigeria has made history.
Absolutely.
I mean, nobody expected it, but it started, and there's high hopes and expectation.
well, we have to wait and see how it goes. Next one.
Okay, well, still on Facebook, I'm looking forward to a time when the CBN, in collaboration with INEC, can use the ATM machines as polling units, making the votes cast online real time, eliminating rigging completely. That's a suggestion coming from Charles Jupo.
Well, the next one is from Augustus Alade, and it says, I want a government that will improve our healthcare, education, and provide infrastructure such as power and good roads.
Okay, and this one says little change, asking about the expectation for the governorship election. It says little change, not as obvious as presidential, because as far as Nigerian politics is concerned, when it's presidential, it's region first. When it's governorship, they talk about the party. That's Black Original's opinion.
Well, the next one is from Okusonya Adewale Julius, and it says, change is inevitable. PVC plus JEGA is equals to change.
That's very interesting.
Absolutely. And I'm just wondering what kind of maths that is. I didn't learn that kind of maths when I was in school.
Oh yeah, there's a new one. New things are happening every day.
Well, let's wait and see how that plays
PVC
out.
plus JEGA is equal to change.
Wow. New arithmetic.
Yeah, all right.
New one I've learned today, so let's see how that plays out.
We'll learn tomorrow.
I have to wait till tomorrow.
Okay, the next one is a tweet coming from Wilco Ugo, and it says, Nigeria will never remain the same by God's grace, and I hope there are some pleasant surprises in the governance. That's Wilco Ugo.
Well, the next one is from Ajura Wallo, and it says, surely lots of obsessions are expected in this weekend's elections.
All right, the final one is a mail from Mary Shodiko, a very interesting one. She says, if the tomato hawker, farmer, kola nut seller is ready for the use of mobile phones, store names on it, receive calls, treasure it, and keep it rain and waterproof, then Nigerians are now ripe for e-voting. This JEGA walked towards it. The next JEGA will mobilize towards overcoming the challenges associated with attendance logistics. We must set targets and visions for our dear country. Without targets and visions, we will remain static and backward. We are the giant of Africa, the pace setter. We must set the goal and work towards it. Well, that's Mary Shodiko, and that's the last of the messages.
Well, something struck me there in that mail. She said the next JEGA. Does
Yeah,
that mean the INEC chairman is now...
No. Yeah, it's now a term. It's no longer just a name belonging to somebody. It's now a term or a position. I mean, that's the way Mary sees it.
Well, I guess I've learned another thing again. I didn't have to wait till tomorrow.
All right, so we'll just take a break now. When we come back, we'll be hanging out with some guys. Do join us then.
Stay with us. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Like we said before we went on the break, we're going to have a hangout and we'll be talking to two persons. One is calling from The Hague. That's Charles Nweke. He's a data analyst. And then we also have Lateef Lawrence. He is in the United States of America and he is a technologist. So we now just move on to them as they are standing by. Charles, we can see you there. Good afternoon and welcome to Polstream.
Hello, Victor. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you for joining once again. All right, now we're going to be looking at the hashtag that we used for this elections, which is Nigeria 2015. You're a data analyst, and I know you have some numbers. You have crunched them down, and you are going to be updating us on these numbers. What do you have for us, Charles?
Yes, Victor. I tracked this hashtag Nigeria 2015, and the number of contributors actually is 65,123 people contributed to this hashtag. And together they generated over 121,000 tweets. 30% of these tweets are original tweets. The rest are either retweets or message tweets. However, most people actually retweeted about 65% of the people. These tweets together also made a timeline delivery of about 15.8 million. Now, when you put this number into perspective, it is by far more than the number of votes secured by the president-elect. This is really incredible number of people that the message being shared on Twitter that got across to.
All right, interesting. I mean, interesting figure.
Yeah, well, I really like to ask Charles. You said that when you put those numbers, activities on the social media together, it's more than the number of votes. What would you say explains this? Obviously, people from outside the country who are not able to participate and all that.
Yes, you've got millions of Nigeria living abroad, and many of them were glued to the social media as well as on television channels like Channel Television, and they were also part of this tweet. They were also tweeting and using the hashtag Nigeria 2015. And of course, we have got massive penetration of mobile in Nigeria. I mean, apart from that, we're also witnessing the smartphone penetration is really growing, so more and more people are able to access the internet using their mobile phones. So, and of course, it's maybe the internet, the Twitter platform is becoming more a credible source of news for people. And you could see what happened during the election, that many people actually were able to follow results that were coming from different polling units across the federation on Twitter. So actually, it was driving quite a lot of interest.
All right, Beryl, you did this tracking. For how long did you track this tweet? I mean, the hashtag. For how long did you track it to arrive at these numbers you just put forward?
This tweet, I started tracking these tweets on the 27th of March. That was on the eve of the presidential elections.
Okay.
And I ended the tracking on the 5th of April. So between this period, the number I've just put out were the numbers generated by the people who actually participated.
All right, I'd like to talk to Lawrence. Lawrence, I know you're there. You are a technologist. Now we have this huge number, followership and participation. And we've been talking about building the country, building the nation, developing the nation from wherever you are. How can we maximize this attention that we have on Nigeria, to contribute to the development of Nigeria, especially from this time forward?
Well, I think it depends on, first, the people advising INEC on types of technology that they can use to grow the number of people that voted and that will be voting in consequence election. So, for example, when people go out for accreditation, they can come up with an idea where instead of going out for accreditation, a mobile application is built. You can basically log into that mobile app and register. Then you only go out to just cast your vote, and that's it. That's going to be a simple way forward to go. Or they can easily take after the United States, and instead of thumb printing on a piece of paper, you come up with a machine or technology that you can just go in and, touch screen kind of technology. Look for who you want to vote for and just punch his name and there you go. But going forward, I think international community will want to work with Nigeria in terms of using better technology to include everybody, not just only people voting in Nigeria, but Nigerians in the diaspora.
All right, Lawrence, you're talking about this. So if you look at the fact that Nigerians and Americans, there's some form of disparity in terms of the use of technology. I mean, not most Nigerians, I mean, like Charles just said about the internet penetration. If you look at that and also even the penetration
even the card readers,
yeah,
remember
the use
we
of
have
technology,
a bit of...
there's a form of disparity. How would you bridge that gap? For
Are we ready for it? Are we really
up?
ready for this complicated thing you're saying?
Well, yes and no. No, in the sense that the research I did before I graduated from my master's degree in telecommunications engineering, I focused on the Nigerian telecommunications sector, and the result was most telecommunications companies in Nigeria don't have that much capacity to support data coming across from different Nigerians using mobile devices. That's why most people get drop calls when you're calling somebody from Lagos to Kano, because they have so little masts or cell towers positioned in Nigeria.
All right. Lawrence, I beg your pardon. Just hold your thoughts. We'll go on a break, and when we return, we'll continue with you. Please hold on.